bringing numerology to a whole nother expansion. Should I know the vibrations of my children? How are these life path energies helping my child? How are they to develop? And how can I take my parenting to a whole nother level? All right, guys, I'm Master Tatiana. And welcome back to my channel. We are going to get straight to it, talking about the life path and the characteristics that your child may have. I'd like to share with everyone, it's very simple to calculate and find out your child's life path number. All you have to do is calculate their date of birth, okay? Counting it straight through single digit. It may land to a master number, which are 11, 22, and 33. Okay, so just know that at this stage they are going to really play out a lot within that single vibration. So don't need to get so consumed with I have to find out how an 11 is, or just refer to the 2 vibration for now. If you have a 22 life path baby, just refer to the vibrational 4, guys. All right, and if you have a baby or a child that has the vibration 33, just refer to what I'm going to share right now about the vibration 6. Okay. We're going to go straight through the life path numbers first, because this is the time when between the ages of 1 and 7 the children are really much in tune with a life path number. Okay, we reconnect with our life path number when we are either going towards the end of our 30s, 40s, or going into the 50s, when we're having that somewhat of a midlife crisis. Okay, so at this age, in your child's youngest age, is usually when you could see these characteristics the most. Okay, so let's say you have a child that carries the life path numero 1. This is the child that is going to want to do the biggest things. You're going to be like, whoa, wait, watch it. Right? This is going to be a child that may want to help you with the heaviest things, may be the one to go ahead and grab that big bag or grab that jug of water, want to push the dog, want to push the stroller. This is a child that definitely wants to do the biggest task, and they are very excited to do it, and they like to show their muscles and their strength. Okay, this is also not only for a male. I know it feels very masculine energy, but this is characteristic that you will also see in a girl. Yes, she will be showing her very masculine and strong side. You may be also trying to put her into little girly outfits. She may not really care for it. She may not really care for it. She may respect it, but right now she just want to get her hands dirty. Okay, and so this is the life path 1 characteristic for your baby or your young child. Okay, so for the life path 2, okay, this is the child that's probably timid, quiet, want to be left alone, but very clingy, so it will tend to follow you all around the house. Even if you decide, you know what, it's time for you to go to school, they may catch a fit because they're like, wow, what you doing? No, we are never to be apart. La vida da. Color purple over here. But on a serious note, this child will be very clingy to you, would not want to necessarily like leave you just like that, and it's like, oh my God, what are you about to do? This child would also be the one that if there are 2 other children catching an argument, those 2 children will be referring to her, but she said, and so the child's like, ah. Yes, that is usually the life path 2 child. Okay. Oh, 3. Oh, this is asking you a lot of questions. This is truly the innocent vibration of all innocence. It is the ones like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Why? Why? This is that child. Okay, this is the child that really wants to lighten up the space. So this child is going to really love you to dress him or her up with the brightest color. Okay, this is going to be the child that's going to want to dance in front of you. That's going to want to find a way to make you happy whenever you're sad. This is the child that's going to come to you and kind of dry your tears and be like, what's going on, mom? Right? So yeah, so usually with my 3, these are usually the parents that are either overprotected or having a hard time with their patience. Because this is a child that's going to really test your patience. Like, what do I want? I mean, like, why? This is the why child, okay? The vibrational 3. 4, this is the cautious child. Whoa. This is the child you're going to have to really somewhat like watch, because they could be very quiet. And they usually, when they are quiet, they are breaking things apart. Yes, they are breaking things apart and trying to put it back together again. This is really the hands-on type of child. So they are very curious. They want to see what's that. They're going to want to try it out, maybe even taste it. Oh! This is really going to be the child that's going to want to be in there, okay? All right, so we're moving on with the life path 5, baby. So this one right here is going to be the very hyper big energy child. Staying still is not their thing. Okay, you may end up getting diagnosis with ADHD or very hyperactive diagnosis, but this child is just full with so much energy and they have to burn it out. So as a parent, we have to allow them to have space to burn this out. I know this so well because, of course, I'm a life path 5 and I was that child, very hyper. It will have to put me literally in the back of the room. But guess what? I was the one that remembered every little thing that the teacher was saying, while everyone that was goody two-shoes like this was supposed to be catching everything. I was the one in the background catching everything, but I still needed to move my body. Life path 6. This child is the helper. Yes, this is the child that you at home is going to bring you your slippers. This is the child that's going to want to go and wipe your head if you're feeling hot. This is the child that if you're cooking, going to want to cook with you, going to want to fold the sheets with you, going to want to clean with you. This is that child. This is the nurturing child. Yes, okay? So if you have the 7, this is a child that's going to be giving you advice, okay? This is the child that's going to sit down and say, Mom, I don't think that was fair. No, that was not right. This is the child that's going to really get to give you philosophy. They're going to give you some wisdom, because this is the child that's very comfortable with being on their own. So you may find yourself being able to get away with doing some things for yourself, because this child's going to really appreciate their alone time. Okay. Now, if you have an 8 life path child, this is the child that may demand that you move fast, that you get things done. This is the bossy child. Okay, good, do this, do that. There's like a video with this child going viral where she's telling her father, do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me? Yes, that type of energy is what you're going to be feeling when it comes to a life path 8. Okay, she's gonna be a little bit demanding. He's gonna be a little bit of direct and forward, because that's what the 8 vibration does so well. Right, so the 9. Okay, so the 9, there's really no in between with the 9. Okay, this is going to be either the ideal child, meaning your perfect child, the child that you're going to be like, wow, this was all I ever wanted, or this is going to be the child that's going to give you a run for your money. Yes, this is going to be a child going to have really big energy. Is going to really like control everything. Going to really be like, no, 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 no. But usually this is the ideal child that's very observant, that could see literally everything. So you're gonna also want to be a little bit careful with this child, because they could see the ant that's crawling on the floor. They have super strong vision, okay? And of course they're the light child, okay? So you may say, but Master Tatiana, all these children have all these qualities. They all the same. They all do this, they all do that, they all do this. You're right. Every child do have these vibrations, have these characteristics, but they express it slightly different, okay? All of us have a unique vibration, a unique frequency and energy that overflows inside of us. And so there's never one child that does the exact same thing as the other child. Never. Okay, the one, you will take that child to the daycare and they will have so many followers. They will be the one that everybody wants to be their friend, everybody wants to help them. They're probably fighting for this child attention, okay? A two will tend to be very shy and be on that corner. Path 3 and a 5, they will stick like glue. Okay, the 5 will be very overprotective, will be like the mentor of the 3. Okay, the 3 will be the entertainer, and the 5 will be there entertaining and being the hype man of the life path 3. Right? That 4 will be the one that will want to be doing everything, that will want to be trying, will enjoy science class, will enjoy any class or anything relating to being hands-on. That 7 will be the one that could get the whole crowd together. Also, the 7 will be one that people will just find very mystical, very magical, very imaginative. So they will try to go to just get some ideas, some inspirations, because the 7 is from very young is already in a meditative state most of the time. Okay, and so that 8 is really the boss of the class. It's really the one that's going to be telling you what you need to do. It's going to be that overachiever, having good grades. It's going to be that know-it-all. It's going to really know it all. Okay? It's just going to be excellent for that. And then that 9 is going to be either the ideal student, the one that's going to be able to guide people, the class president. Okay? So just know that people are just going to admire you. Doesn't mean that if you are 2, people are not going to admire you. People will admire you as well. If you're 4, people are going to admire you. A 5, a 6, a 7, a 8. Yes, guys, that's very true. But just know that these vibrations are all playing out in a particular frequency and energy that is fun. Why should parents know the life path of their children or any of their core vibrations? Because this is their blueprint, guys. This is their blueprint. At the end of this video, I'm going to put a voice of Ayala that she said that we can learn a lot from nature. Okay, that the tree is not trying to be the river, and the butterfly is not trying to be a squirrel. Okay, if we want to really help our children be confident, be happy, be successful, and be in this space that they will need to navigate in this world, we will be able to rest and know that we are leaving confident little ones to raise them in the vibration that they are in, and not in the vibration that we are in. So as parents, we tend to put our own things on our children, and we don't realize that. And then children are just absorbing energy. They're just a sponge, okay? Children are just a sponge. They are just absorbing our energy. Even if we feel like we're not telling them these things, even if we feel like we're not sharing these things with them, or they're not hearing, children hear, children see, children feel. This is the reason why they are very much in alignment with their life path number. Okay, as a parent, I want you to know that even the vibration of the word parent sums down to the vibration master number 11. Okay, and for those that don't know, the master number 11 is the angelic messenger. Okay, it is an angelic spirit guide vibration. Yes, and it has spirit guide. So as parents, we are also the guidance of these children, of these vibrations. So it's such an honor that heaven and earth has chosen us to be the parent of these little soldiers of heaven and earth. Okay, so it's an honor. It really is an honor. So what we want to do is understand these vibrations, for like that we can pull and assist them and not be too shocked when we see them acting out in certain ways. Okay, know that what we are physical guidance. That's what we are. We are physical guides. That's why we say, who is your caretaker, or who is your parent, right? That's what you hear. Who's your parent? In ancient times, guys, this is not taboo. Actually, this is very ancient. Before a woman will birth her child, they will consult a mathematician, a numerologist, a spiritual advisor to get these vibrations together to know what they are. And then these spiritual advisors will also provide the name for this child. Okay, and it will correspond with the vibrations that they carry in. Okay, this spiritual advisor, this mathematician, will also reveal their traits, will reveal the type of study that they will be in, if they were leaders, how to bring them up, how to raise them in the vibration of leadership. So if they were going to be workers, how to get them together to be workers, if they were going to be priests, and the list goes on and on, guys. And so as a parent, that's what you are. That's what you are to this child, right? And so when this child comes into this world, you know, they don't know what's out here. They don't understand what's out here. But yet we experience certain things, but what we experience is very tinted. Okay? A spirit guide comes to guide us not with their own idea, but with the vibrations that they know that we carry. So when there's things that we're going through in life that we don't really care for, just know that these spirit guides are not putting you where you want to be. They're putting you where you need to be, because this is the vibration that you're carrying. Very simple. Right? So as parents, sometimes we don't know. And certain characteristics very young is being revealed. Right? But because we still have the idea of what a parent is, and we are guiding from that idea, we are showing and raising from that idea of parenting. Okay? And where we get this idea from, because we were once children. So we weren't also accepted for our uniqueness by our parents. So we just took in the way our parents did. This is where we first learned how to be a woman. This is how we first learned of the idea of a man, through our mother, and through our physical mother and our physical father. Okay? Heaven and earth is invisible. Right? So we can't really see it, although we live in it. We live in the earth, right? So unless you were born in a culture that from very young they put inside of you, they wire inside you the importance of taking care of the earth, of nurturing the earth. We go about it like this earth is nothing until something crazy happens. Okay? So yes, guys, we really want to get to understand the vibrations of our babies, our children. When you start seeing them past the age of 7, they are starting to form more into, align themselves more into what society expects from them. Yes. So this is usually the time when they start to rebel. They start to act out, because they are having a hard time feeling accepted, and even worse, accepting themselves. Yes. So they may like the idea of how the world views them, right, for a little bit, but ultimately they will feel very sad inside for a while, because there is this deepened desire to really honor their life path vibrations, their destiny vibration, and they have a hard time. And those are really the vibrations that you really want to get into alignment. Okay, but most of the time we stay stuck into the personality vibration that defines how the world looks at you. And so we stay stuck there. And so remember how I mentioned in other videos that the personality is the ego, and usually we stay stuck there. And so as parents, we are also raising our children from the ego perspective, which holds the idea of man and the idea of woman and the idea of our upbringing as is. This is it. This is all I have. I cannot go any further. This is me, and that's it. Right? You know, a spiritual teacher once said that our brain is harder than a rock. That our preconceptions are so hard, much harder, we refuse to break, you know. At least a rock eventually cracks. But our preconceptions are so embedded like this. Okay? So we want to nurture and rise up. Okay? So what do we do for that? So as one that work with the numbers, as a numerologist, as one that do personal development work, self-discovery work, what I do is that we do a consultation with the parents first. I don't need your child, I just need the parents, because it's the parents that ultimately give that right to do this. Okay? And so as a parent, we do a consultation. You ask all the questions that your heart desires, and in that consultation we just discuss your challenges, if you have any, some things you want to discover or learn about or understand. And then from there, I just ask for your child's birth name. And keep in mind, I'm saying birth name. Okay, and the reason why I'm saying birth name is because this is not the nickname, not the name that we end up giving our children in the future, like nickname. This is the actual name that you wrote down on a birth certificate. Okay, and their date of birth. Just that simple. Just that alone can give me a lot of understanding, of insight of their first name, their middle name if they have one, and their last name. Okay. They also have a code within their birthday that reveals a lot more in depth their blueprint. Okay, so if you're finding your child is rebelling or having a little bit of a hard time accepting him or herself, just know that they really just want to discover who they truly are. And that's the best gift as a parent that you can give a child, and you can guide a child in doing this. It's a win-win situation, because when a parent does this for their child, not only are you understanding the role that you play, you are giving the child the confidence and the will to conquer, to achieve their dreams. And if they achieve their dreams, that gives you enough time to work on yourself as well. Yes, parents, we want to improve ourselves, right? We want to know that we can do and be better. Right? And so as we do this, your children will never ever forget this. Even if they feel resentful, that resentment will minimize, because they know that you just have faith in them. You just, yeah. So if you can do this as young as possible, even better. If you feel like you need to do this now that they're in their teens or they're young adults, why not? Do it. Do it. This gives you an advantage, and also allow you to learn how to embrace your child more and know in what way you can serve your child. Because guess what? If you were chosen to be this child's parent, it's because there's something about you that they need to experience. Yes, guys. So with that being said, thank you everyone for watching. I hope that this video wasn't so dark. And I look forward to hearing and seeing you guys real soon. Take care. Bye now.
We can learn a lot from Mother Nature. There is a natural order to everything, and everything lives within that order. Trees do not try to be rivers. Butterflies do not attempt to be squirrels. Every element in nature keeps to its appointed roles. Seasons come and go at their appointed time. How much easier would it be in your life if you showed up and just did you authentically? If you focused on being the very best you can be, if you took no consideration from what anyone else was doing or being, if you would just learn from Mother Nature that the nature she's given you is good enough, your life would be so much easier.